Okay, this video doesn't need an intro or something like that because what recently came out needs its own video right now because it's kind of insane that this shit came out. And you may be asking, okay, Mr. Zombie, what the fuck are you talking about? What is this insane thing that you have to actually talk separately and make an emergency video about? Well, this relates with Chibi Reviews, and to give you a quick summarization who he is, Chibi Reviews is an anime YouTuber who is very well known for defending lolicon. And what recently came out about this guy is that he is involved in flaggetry himself. He is actually fucking involved by leaked screenshots that came out. And this was exposed by a guy called Mythical. He's a YouTuber slash, Twitter account that pretty much exposes these people, constantly shits on VTubers and all that type of shit. And this guy pretty much leaked all these screenshots. Well, it's only 3 from what we're aware of, but there's probably a lot worse in it. And he makes a tweet about this saying, a group chat has been leaked in which Chibi Reviews lets his audience spam report accounts and videos that are critical of him. That's very despicable for any content creator to allow to happen, and it's a form of censorship, something Chibi Reviews claims to be against. And what's really interesting is that after this was tweeted out, he got flagged immediately, and he was reported for violent speech on this tweet. This tweet has none of that. It is literally just a normal tweet. No form of fucking threats, no form of violence against these people. He is literally saying that these people are flagging people down, and that this is pretty hypocritical because Chibi Reviews is involved. And it's kind of funny that if this shit was not true, this tweet over here would not be flagged down, but it immediately got flagged down for bullshit reasons like violent speech. So it shows that this shit is true and they're trying to hide it. But don't worry, people did archive these screenshots, and let's read it right now. And you could see over here a person called Hentai Porn 2025 says, it doesn't show, but I got him banned. It was my report that got him banned. And then Namco fan over here says, one of my reports from my spare account has got him kicked out too. Yay, we got him. And then Akuro over here says, someone Loki tried to flame for liking lollies when he was out for offensive shit to say me. This people can't be real. Also hi. And then you could see over here, our free speech warrior, the guy that constantly talks about, oh, my free speech. We need to fight for free speech. We need to protect lolicon because if we don't do it, they could affect our free speech. Over here says, good shit for getting him. Yeah, this is totally the free speech warrior that totally cares about your free speech, your freedom of expression, your freedom of speech. But over here, you could see he's literally co-signing people, flagging down other people for saying mean things about him. But don't worry, let's continue reading it. And over here, Monday, April 27th, over here you can see a screenshot of someone called Denjin Loves Gert getting suspended. And you can see over here, Shiny Evolutions over here says Chibi Harasser is shot down. And then you could see over here Hentai Porn 2025 says, well, he's going to be soap dropping soon. And then he continues by saying, I hope his booty hole hot safety. And then over here Namco fan says, thank God. And you could see Hentai Porn 2025 says he took down the feet pics. Then over here Shiny Evolution sends a link and says cow picker Konosuke needs to stop, shut the fuck up, and we need to down his YouTube channel. So this is something interesting. Remember Konosuke? Remember when we talked about the letters that was sent to Chibi Reviews, and it was by Konosuke, and he mentioned that he's aware that this exists, that these people are responsible for taking him down. So I think now the letter could be real, and that guy was saying actually something interesting. Or unless if you're still with theory that these letters were fake, and it's probably Chibi Reviews self-projecting or pretty much admitting to the crime without admitting it himself. But over here, Shiny Evolution continues to say over here, honestly, we know vigilantism is illegal, yet he is inferring the police investigation. And you could see over here, Tuesday, March 31st. So this was a month ago or whatever time these screenshots were taken. And you could see over here, Hentai 2025 over here says he really needs to stop talking about stuff because when the antis watch his videos, they like what the name of that site to ban next. Stop giving them ideas and keep the hentai site's name hidden. You can see that Shiny Evolution over here says, it's better to mass report the antis. And then some guy called Kane replies to it by saying, what if they get you back? And then over here, Shiny Evolution says they won't. We do it in secret. And you could see over here, they're literally just proud of the fact that they're flagging, and they're flagging this for their God King Emperor Chibi Reviews. And the interesting thing about this server is that in the Kiwi farms, this shit was exposed that many of the members of the server are actual pedophiles themselves, like Madhouse himself. He is a pedophile. He was literally caught having CP, okay? And then we got the person, Hentai2025. That guy is also another pedophile. And that's the interesting thing about this. This server is literally full of pedophiles. And these are the people saying that you guys are pedophiles actually for calling out Lolicon. And this is the very interesting thing about it, that the reason why I really want to make this video. Chibi Reviews is involved in this shit. Even if you could see if he's barely there, there's probably more screenshots out there, or the chats still exist, that Chibi Reviews is probably giving them directions. Because you could literally see in the first post we read, he's literally telling them, good job. And the funny thing is, Chibi Reviews will constantly complain that oh my god, they're flagging down my Twitter account, they're attacking me, I'm being harassed, and all this type of shit. But in the end, he is doing the exact same shit himself, literally giving them directions and literally saying, good job for taking that person down for me. I don't want to hear Chibi Reviews ever talk about the freedom of speech ever again. This guy is shown to be malicious. He is shown to literally be in servers where they're literally bragging about flagging people down. But Chibi Reviews is totally the one getting harassed. And it kind of shows that this guy truly doesn't see what's happening to him as a threat. Because if this guy actually believed that what the Kiwi Farms is doing to him and what other people are doing to him is bad, and this shit needs to stop, he would have not done this. He would not escalate this shit himself. He would try to find a way to de-escalate it and go to the authorities without telling the internet. But it shows he doesn't really care. He genuinely doesn't care. He's using this to grift off of his retarded fan base and to literally bully his enemies and to silence and harass people who are saying mean things about him. That's what he really is. And any Chibi Reviews fan seeing this fucking video, you cannot defend this shit. This shit's undefensible. Even if you guys believe in the free speech and all this type of shit, Chibi Reviews right now has been proven to not care about the freedom of speech. Because right now, we are literally seeing him involving himself in literal servers or whatever this place that he's been found in, that he is involved in deplatforming people and flagging them down. And he's doing this with people that are well known to be pedophiles themselves. And he doesn't seem to care. Because he doesn't really care about the freedom of speech. He only cares what makes his dick hard. Lolicon. He only cares about it when it's convenient to him. But when it's other people that are literally expressing the freedom of speech by making fun of his dead brother, making fun of him, making fun of his fucking cuckoldry shit that happened to him a couple months ago, it's not okay. It is literally not okay. You cannot make fun of Chibi Reviews for some fucking reason. He is innocent, even if this guy is literally a 31-year-old man. Chibi Reviews is a fucking hypocrite. And there's no way any Chibi Reviews fan could see this video and defend him. There's literally no fucking way. Okay? This shit should be pushed even harder. And you know what's really funny? Like, when this drama began, I've seen people calling Chibi Reviews the quartering of anime. But now seeing this, I think he actually literally is the quartering of anime. You know why? Because the quartering constantly talks about the freedom of speech. Freedom of speech, just like Chibi Reviews. Chibi Reviews also talks about the freedom of speech, freedom of speech, freedom of speech. And you see what these two people are doing? They're literally flagging people down. But it's not them. With the quartering, he's calling his YouTube rep, while Chibi Reviews is literally having people in literal gay op servers telling them that's a good thing you just did, flagging that person down. You guys should just abandon this guy. This guy doesn't care. Yeah, that's why I really needed to make this video, because we will cover the other stuff about like Chibi Reviews with his new scam, you know, him fighting with Josh Moon, and we will cover that soon. But I think this video needs to come out first, because this shit is actually insane. Like, I can't even make fun of it because it's actual insanity. But don't worry, we'll be back making videos. We'll cover other shit again. It's just, this needed to be done. So, we finally got to the conclusion. He just doesn't care. He's just a grifter. He wants to bully other people into submission by portraying himself as a pathetic, sad individual who is literally, actually just a malicious scumbag. That's who Chibi Reviews really is. This guy needs to be called out by everybody. But I think that's all we got to say for today. So I hope you guys give this video a like, subscribe to the Mr. Zombie Army, could subscribe, and make me to 300 subs. Get me there. Get me to 300, 500, 1,000 subs. Get me to the high numbers. You could also leave a comment. You could say whatever the fuck you want, because this is an actual true free speech comment section. We're not gonna flag you down for literally making fun of me. I allow anything, okay? I allow people literally say, Mr. Zombie, you're a mush mouth piece of shit and you can't talk straight. Or you could literally say, you know what? Chibi is a malicious sack of shit. Say whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. It's great. It's really great. But after that, I hope all you guys have a really, really great May and a really great day and a really great summer. And goodbye.